Hello and welcome to this ACT lesson. Today I want to introduce you to graphical user interface. On computers nowadays, you can do a lot of things on the screen by pointing at items using mouse. And the interface means the screen. And on the screen, in order for you to do actions on that screen, you need to interact with components. And today I'm going to show you these components and their names. The first one is the text box. This one is used for entering one line of text only. And this is very common, especially when you want to collect information from people over the internet. For example, you provide text boxes where they type their names and other information. Another thing to take note of is the form. All these components are contained inside a box called form. Any text like these ones which describe something on the form are known as labels. They are only there to describe and guide somebody when he or she is entering information to the form. We have radio button. This is where you give two or more options and you want only one answer from the user. And in that case, you provide what we call radio buttons. Only one can be clicked at a time. And when it is clicked, there is a circle which appears to show that that thing or that radio button is selected. If you click another one, the dot moves from the previous button to the one which has been clicked, which means you can only select one option with the radio buttons. Another component which is popular is the combo box. This one will provide a list where you can choose what you want, but only one can be selected. You cannot select more than one items in the list. Here finally, I have what we call checkbox. With this, it allows somebody to choose more than one options. In this case here, if I want breakfast and supper, it will mean I will check this, then check the other one. And all of them will be accepted. Unlike in radio buttons, where only one option is accepted. I will go ahead and create a web form of what you can see from this design to show you how to make them using HTML language on a web page. I will start Notepad, which is my text editor for writing the code. To design a web form, I will start to make the structure of the web page itself. I can close this tag here. I will come here and start my head and close the head section. I will go ahead and now start my form. Titles are very important, so I have to put title first here and just write here maybe web form, because I'm creating a form which will be on the internet page to collect information. It is important to have a heading, and my heading could be something like visitor registration. Maybe I'm registering the visitors I will be receiving for a certain function. And below here, I will go ahead and create my form like that, and maybe close it here. That will be my form, and inside the form I will go ahead and create the first label. I will create the first label which says, maybe let me have a paragraph here, and this heading will have a very big text. Let me choose H2 level. So here I will give a message to the users like please fill your details in the form. Please fill your details in the form. Okay, to guide them. Then below that paragraph I will write my label here by just writing here first name. Then I will put a text box using input type will be text. So whenever you see input of type text, know that it is a text box. Then here I have to break from that line so that I move to the line below. Then below there I will create a break to create an empty space between the text box and this item I want to put here. So here I can have maybe gender. Then for the gender I need a radio button. So I'll just put here input type, and for the radio button I will say type is radio, just like that. Then after that radio I will put this the label which will be represented by that radio button. So I will come and write here maybe male, just like that. I can have a break here. Let me try to have a break here, like that, so that my button will be inserted below the gender label. Then after that male, I will put another break and come down here and have another input of type radio. Since these radio buttons you can only select one of them, to make them work together I will give them a name. For example, I can come here and give it the name gender, like that. Even this name should be given to the other button. If you don't give them one name, they will not work together. So these two buttons have one name, meaning they work together. Then after that I will break. After breaking from the radio buttons, I want to create a space, of course, here with the break tag BR. After that space, I will ask somebody to choose class where that person is belonging in, and for the options to choose class, I will have a combo box. For combo box, I will just call it select, Then after the word select, you are supposed to come down here and put the options you want to appear inside the combo box, separated by the option tag like this. So I want two options, class 5 and 6. So I will just come between these option tags and write my options. This is year 5 and I want year 6. Year 6. Now I don't want it to show any of the options unless somebody chooses. So I will come and have this, tell somebody to select so that it is not automatically showing anything. And now I will go ahead and close this select down here. Select, close it. Then below select, I want a checkbox. So I will break one line to create space. Then I will just come below that line and write here, choose maybe which meals you will take, you will be taking. Maybe it is a question. Which meals will you be taking? Then below there, I can have a break. Then I will have my input and type will be checkbox, just like that. And I will write here maybe breakfast. After breakfast, I will go ahead and copy this checkbox and paste it here. Okay, let me just break from here so that I create a neat web form. So I will just come below here and copy this checkbox again and paste it below here and maybe write supper, or just call it supper. I will have supper. Then after the word supper, I want to break. Then create another empty line with the break down there. And finally, I will create a submit button. Input type will be submit. And to put a label on top of that button, we'll use this value and right here, maybe send, okay, so that the button can send. I will go ahead and save this web page on the desktop. You can create a folder and call it maybe web form. And inside the folder, I will save this with the name form.html. And I can minimize this. Now in my folder here, can open it, then I run. When I run, you can see here I have created a web form. which can be used to enter information and maybe register somebody. I want to modify this heading to be blue in color. I will just come to my code here and change the color of this H2 to blue. I just write here style, then in 2 quotation marks, just write color blue. Control S to save. Now if I refresh my page, now my title is well formatted. I can see there is a problem here. No female. Let me check again. My code. I should come here and write female, and save. Now I can refresh. My female has come. So I can go ahead and fill this form. I can write here maybe Bob Clinton as my name. Then I am a male and I am in class 5 and I will be taking both breakfast and supper. Then I can now send this form. That is how we do it. Can you please try this and see if you can come up with this code, which is working on our web page. Thank you for participating. See you next time. Bye bye.